Awa male lange mama ho eki ha matapule ko e tau polo kalama PMN Tonga ni. Kia ora koutou. Ho eki pia moe kakai whanua ko e whainga maere ko ni te tau ki Vakalahi ki Kalahi, where it's Valentine's over there. And joining us right now is Michael Hassett from the Friends of Tonga charitable organisation. Toko ua mālo e tau lava. Good evening to you over there and good afternoon from us here in Aotearoa.
Good evening, and thank you so much for having me, John. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Can't think of a better date to have than to be on PMN Tonga.
Malo, apito toko, and thank you for giving up your time to be with our kāinga and our polokalama this afternoon for us here in Tamaki Makaurau in Auckland. So tell us about the Friends of Tonga and just a little background. The Friends of Tonga is a charitable organisation that supports education and development opportunities in the Kingdom of Tonga. And Michael is going to talk to us a little bit about some of the ways that they've been able to empower our kāinga ever since last year. I know that many of you may already aware with some of the work that they've done. They've helped out during the crisis of this Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai volcanic eruption. Massive help to send some offer, some love, and some much needed assistance to our people back in the island. So maybe I'll just give you a little moment here, whamoremore pe mai kolo. Keke omi pehaki whamatala. Just tell us a little bit about what's happened since we last spoke and some of the work that you guys have done to help Tonga.
Yeah, so I think this is our third interview, so your viewers may remember my face. Initially, so we're returned Peace Corps volunteers that founded Friends of Tonga back in 2018 in response to Cyclone Gita, and our focus has always been on literacy and education. And since the volcanic eruption and tsunami, we put aside our mission of literacy and education and focused on disaster relief. And it's just been an incredible year. International communities have supported us. Some pretty famous rugby players, Charles P. Town, Bristol Bears. We had the Vunipola brothers and the Saracens donate a significant amount of money towards us, towards our group, as well as getting a shout out from Ronda Rousey, the UFC fighter, and your efforts with PMN Tonga and us being able to communicate our impact over the last year. So since the volcanic eruption, we've been actually able to do some substantial disaster relief efforts with our partners on the ground, the Civil Society Forum of Tonga, as well as Morty Tonga Trust early on. And we're here in America, so we're really looking to support Tongan community-driven efforts. And so the Civil Society Forum of Tonga just was a great avenue and a great partnership over the last year. And as you know, with any disaster relief, it's really a fluid situation. So early on, it was focusing on water, sanitation, and hygiene services, so providing clean water to impacted community members.
Yes.
And then also sending out food to the outer islands. And the CSFT really spearheaded that. And we were able to provide clean water to over 5,000 individuals across Tongatapu, Hapai, and Ewa,
Wow.
as well as sending vegetable propagation and vegetables to over 500 families throughout impacted communities in Tonga. And then as the crisis evolved, we were asked for more of the recovery phase rather than the disaster relief. So we've sent over 40 10,000 liter rainwater cisterns or Simavais to the outer islands. So we've reached Nomuka, Fanoi, Mongo. We've also actually just sent 6 to the Niuwas, which has been pretty awesome. That's the first time we've been able to send support to the Niuwas. And then we also actually supported every single student that was displaced by the tsunami, and we're providing scholarships for them for the next 3 years. So that's been our direct impact through our partners on the ground, the CSFT specifically.
You're doing a wonderful job to help our kāinga, especially those who really need a boost and some empowerment after facing, this natural disaster of the volcanic and eruption and, of course, the tsunami. But what drives you to do such work like this, Michael, you and your team? I know that you were based in Tonga, as you mentioned, but, for someone to still have that connection with our kāinga.
Yeah, it's hard for me to respond to that. I just feel like my 2 years in Tonga was so rewarding and changed the trajectory of my life. I met my now wife, and some of my closest friends are from my time in Tonga, and so the mafana and the support that I received from my family, especially in Fahefa Kiai, it's forever embedded in me, and so this is just a drop in the bucket in return. And also, it's an international coalition, right? It's rewarding to be able to get investment and to advocate for the Pacific Islands. And there's a Friends of Fiji, there's a Friends of Vanuatu group that we partner with, and so we're really looking to advocate on behalf of the Pacifica people, because quite frankly, climate change is impacting Tonga, Fiji, Vanuatu, and it's everyone's. This should be on everyone's radar, and that's why we exist as well. And actually, we had some pretty. We actually collaborated with your group, the Aratara Relief Committee. Your organization with Maka Pailate, who sits on our board,
Yes.
just transported 5,000 sandals to Tonga, and we've been able to have a small hand in supporting that on the Tonga side. And so it's been incredible to be able to support all of these other initiatives as well.
Whawhetai pia whakamalo atu ki a koe, Maikolo. It's incredible the reach that you have, the networks and access to people and all these kind hearts that are willing to give, especially to, I guess some of them may be strangers, but you just have that mawhana and that spirit of giving. So thank you so much for leading that work. And it's awesome as well that it's not just a one-off, project, but it's kind of like a continuation of work. Because if I'm right, you will still have other projects going forward, eh?
Yeah. So we we subscribe to international development in a sustainable way. And what I mean by that is it is community driven and it's community led, and we are a support. And all the data shows that, these one off donations or these mission trips that happen without that sustained contribution can actually do more damage to the recipients of that aid, because it's just this one-off thing. And I don't want to paint negative light on that. A lot of good impact comes from that, but for us, we are in it for the duration, and our view is to create systems and support communities, and have them also contribute as well. And so moving forward this year, we're actually looking at constructing potentially two additional kindergartens in the outer islands. So we built the first cyclone and earthquake resistant kindergarten in Taonga back in 2021 with our partner Schools for Children of the World. And we've been approached by a couple communities asking for that type of support. So we're currently in the planning phase with our partners, Civil Society Forum of Tonga specifically, and also working with the Ministry of Education to see what that collaboration can look like. And again, it's a collaboration. We're not coming in and saying we need to do this. It's really driven by the community, and we'll see how we can support, and hopefully we can get it done by the end of the year.
Bless you, Maikolo pia whakamalo lahi atu. How can people find out more, or if there are those who have some deep pockets who can help? What's the best way to find out more information about Friends of Tonga?
So our website, friendsoftonga.org, and you can donate directly through our website, but also following us and liking us on Facebook and getting the word out. We have a video resource library that is free for all users in Tonga, students, teachers, and parents. And that has actually been used directly after COVID hit Tonga. Students and parents were able to download our videos and be able to work on their literacy while schools were shut down. And so we're always looking for readers, we're always looking for books and to contribute to that video resource library. And our goal is to have one book per every school day in Tonga. So I think we're at 90 right now. And so we have a bit of a ways to go. But if anyone wants to read, or if anyone has a book that is approved by the author, would love to collaborate and would love to have you be the reader of that book.
Thank you, my brother. And if you're watching and listening right now, here's the man that's been doing some work to give back to our kāinga back in the Friendly Islands. And from us here in Tāmaki Makaurau, Auckland, Aotearoa, mālo au pido to you, my kolo, mālo au pido ngāwe me hena.
Thank you, John. Really appreciate you.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your Valentine's over there in the US, and we'll catch up again very soon. Eh?